morning, everyone. I'm still using the built-in camera on my computer because I did order a couple of cameras and they did come, and I plugged them in and the computer says, nope, sorry, these are drawing too much power. So I'm going to go back to the drawing board. If anybody has any suggestions, I'm open ears. This morning, we are going to do the power yoga that I would maybe do with some of you if you came. It is what I like to call Traditional Ashtanga Vinyasa prep. So we'll start class with 5 sun salutation A's, Surya Namaskar, for those who like it in Sanskrit. We do 5 of A and 5 of B, and then we'll move on to other things. I tend to kind of hang out in the ideas of the Ashtanga Vinyasa series, but within, but with Ashtanga Vinyasa prep, I will kind of stray a little bit, include a lot of modifications, which are typically not allowed in the Ashtanga Vinyasa proper, where the idea is if you can't get into a pose, then you go back to Hatha Yoga and you work on strengthening or stretching whatever part of your body you need to do those things to in order to get into the posture. For Ashtanga Vinyasa prep, I will give modifications. If you ever come to a traditional Ashtanga Vinyasa class, then there really aren't modifications. So it does become knowing your own body. You can do your own modifications, but they are not given by the instructor. With all of that said, we are going to start practice just seated. This is not typical for Ashtanga Vinyasa. We start standing, but we are going to just take a moment here and allow ourselves to become grounded in this space. Take some long inhales and exhales through the nose. Allow the belly to expand on the inhale, then come to the spine on the exhale. Try to feel as though the shoulders and the hips are in line, so you're not leaning forward or backward, left or right. We'll come now to the top of the mat. We will begin with the Ashtanga Vinyasa mantra. And I should face this way because we're doing sun salutations, and so I should probably face the sunrise. We start with our legs, strong but not locked. Tailbone is tucked under to engage the abs. Roll the shoulders back and down. Arms are strong at the side. We can bring the hands to heart center. We'll take a full inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale for gratitude. Vande Gurunan Charanarvinde Sanarsitar Swatma Sukha Vapore Chanakaryamane Samsara Hala Hala Morasante Abahu Guru Shakaram Sanke Shakra Sitarinam Sehastra Sirisam Swaitam Pranamami Patanjalim Pranamami Patanjalim Pranamami Patanjalim Vinyasa, also done without music, but we are going to do music in the prep, the power yoga. We don't have to be as severe, as strict, so we are going to do music. So let me just put on something a little bit more upbeat. I don't know if you guys can even hear it through the speakers, or if it just creates an issue with sound. This morning I've got a heater going as well, because things be happening that we can't control, and so we adjust. I will turn the heater off. Yoga shouldn't be done with outside sources of heating and cooling, like immediately on the body. So I don't want the warm air blowing onto my body while I'm doing yoga. When I warm up, I'm going to be warm anyway, so it's not going to matter. So, all right. I don't know if you can hear the music, but we're going to go anyways. All right. Starting from standing, feet are hip distance or fist distance apart. We want the body strong, just like we had at the beginning. We're going to inhale up, look to the hands. Exhale, swan dive forward. You can bend the legs here if you need to. We're going to inhale, halfway lift. The fingertips come to the floor, shins or thighs. Place the hands down, step back right and left. Chaturanga. Switch the toes over, inhale to up dog. Exhale, push up and back to downward facing dog. We're going to take 5 long inhales and exhales here in downward facing dog. Look forward, step forward, right and left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Turn that heater off like I said I was going to. Inhale, rise all the way up, look to the hands. Exhale, hands to our center. Again, inhale up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Place the hands, step back right and left. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Look forward, step forward right and left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, look to the hands. Exhale, hands to our center. Tell ya, it doesn't take long. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, place the hands, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward, step forward right and left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Look to the hands. Exhale, hands to our center. Release. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place the hands. Step back right and left. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Look forward. Step forward right and left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to our center. Release. We've got one more sun salutation in. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Place the hands. Step back right and left. Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. forward, step forward right and left. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Look to the hands. Exhale, hands start center. Release. I don't know why that heater's still making a ton of noise. All right, we're gonna come into sun salutation B. Take my socks off. They're slippy. I have yoga socks, but come on. There we go. All right, sun salutation B. We start same position, nice and strong. Then on our inhale, we push our hips back. Our fingertips energetically or actually graze the floor, and we sit back in the chair. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place the hands, step back right and left. Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. One inhale and exhale. And then the next inhale, the right foot comes forward. We come up, warrior one. All 10 toes to the front. Shoulders are out of the ears. Hands come down, foot goes back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. That's just one inhale and exhale, and then the next inhale, we rise up. Warrior one. Hands come down, foot goes back. Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward. Step forward right and left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sit back in a chair. Exhale to rise, hands at heart center. Release. We're going to do that 4 more times. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Place the hands, step back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Look forward, step forward right. Inhale, warrior one. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step forward right, left foot this time. Rising up, warrior one. Hands come down, foot goes back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward, step forward right and left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sit back in the chair. Exhale to rise, release. Normally when teaching class, I would sit out the third sun salutation B because I can't breathe and speak at the same time. I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to speak it. So you follow along with me. Inhale. Hopefully you did all right. We're going to do the next one together. Inhale, sit in the chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway left. Place the hands. Step back right and left. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Rising up, warrior one. Hands go down, foot goes back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Place the left foot. Inhale to rise. Hands go down, foot goes back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Look forward. Step forward, right and left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sit back in the chair. Exhale to rise. Release. Beautiful. Woo. We're going to do one more. We can do this. Sit back in the chair. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Place the hands. Maybe we hop or step this time. Chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward, step forward. Coming up, warrior one. Hands go down, foot goes back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward, the left foot comes forward this time. Inhale, warrior one. Hands go down, foot goes back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Look forward, hop, step, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sit back in the chair. Exhale to rise. Release. Beautiful. We did it. We got all 10 sun salutations done. Woo. Perfect. Grab a little sip of water if you need it. That's what I'm doing. I'm just grabbing some water. That's another thing. In yoga, we typically don't have anything to drink. Normally I start my mornings with a pint of water, but I think I forgot this morning. So I'm going to be thirsty. But I take tiny little sips so that I don't end up getting any sort of cramps. All right. From here, standing at the top of the mat, our feet are together. Hands are at heart center. We're going to jump, and our feet are going to go out to a little bit more than hip distance. Put our hands on our hips. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to reach down and grab a hold of our big toes with our peace fingers. Take an inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, forward fold. You can use the strength of those arms to pull you forward. Only go as far as you can. This is a nice, good hamstring stretch. So you should feel it in the back of your legs. We're going to inhale up. We're going to bring our hands to the bottoms of the feet so that our wrists and our toes are in line. We're going to inhale, find as much length as possible, and exhale to fold forward once more. Look to the floor, remove the hands. We're going to roll up one vertebra at a time. Take your time. Last thing to come up will be the head. Beautiful. We're going to now bring the feet back to the middle, and then we're going to inhale, the right leg up, open the hip, step the foot back. We're open in a pose, which is going to be triangle. So we're going to extend that front leg. We want our body to be to the side of the room. So for me, my torso is exactly against the screen, or at least that's what I'm aiming for. This means that the back toes can be to the long side of the mat or slightly in if you have that amount of hip flexibility in the back leg. We're going to inhale. Arms are going to come up, bump these hips back just slightly, and then reach like someone's got a hold of you until you can't go any further. I might have to put those yoga socks on. Until you can't go any further, and then we'll turn into the triangle. Oh, heavens, I need those socks. Give me a moment, folks. Slipping all over the place. me, I can't reach the floor without scrunching into my side body. So I'm going to bring my block, and I'm going to bring it so that it's on the inside of my leg where my hand would go. So that way, instead of scrunching down into my body, I'm staying nice and open on both sides. In triangle, gazes to the fingertips at the top if that's good for you, otherwise to the floor. If you have a block, look to the floor, bring the block with you, hands are coming to heart center, toes are going to go to the long side of the mat, then the back toes are going to go to the back side of the mat, so we can do the pose on the second side without having to really move our body. It's very much an Ashtanga Vinyasa trick. We're going to push those hips back, reach until we can't go any further, and then we're going to bring our hand to the inside. Torso is open to the side of the mat, the long side of the mat. Look to the foot, bring the block with you, rise on up, bring the hands to our center, turn the body back to the front of the room. Normally, we would chaturanga between this, but we're not going to today. This is Power Yoga Prep, Ashtanga Vinyasa Prep, not quite Ashtanga Vinyasa. So, we're going to come right into extended side angle. So our front leg this time is going to bend. Maybe we bring the block still. Find a nice wide pose. Again, the body is still square to the side of the room. And we're going to inhale, bring our hand to the inside of the leg or onto a block, or we can rest our hand on our knee. Try not to collapse into the shoulder. Keep the body up nice and straight if you're going to use that knee. We're going to inhale with our palm facing up on the back hand. Bringing it up overhead, feeling a nice stretch in the side body all the way from the edge of that back foot through the torso all the way to the fingertips. Look to the foot, raise up, bring the block with you, turn the toes, bend into the front leg, now at the back of the mat. Bring the arms up, reach, bring the hand down with the block or onto the thigh or all the way to the floor if you're able, and bring that shoulder up and over the head. Look to the feet. Inhale to rise up. Extend the back leg. Toes come in. Toes come forward. And then we're going to take that chaturanga. So we're going to put our block to the side. Windmill the arms. Come down. Foot comes to the back of the mat. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward, step forward, right and left. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Look to the hands. Exhale, hands to our center. We're going to inhale the right leg up, just like before, opening to the side, and putting ourselves in a nice wide-legged stance. We're going to bring our hands onto our hips, Inhale, find some back bend. Exhale. We're going to bring ourselves forward, bringing our hands onto the floor in front of us. Try to keep the hips and ankles in one line. If you need to bend your knees, that's okay. Bend the knees. Obviously, that won't keep the hips and the ankles in line, but if you're able to keep the legs straight, please try to have the hips over the ankles. Inhale. Come halfway, hands come onto the hips. Rise on up. Find that back bend. Come back to neutral. Again, come to a back bend. Exhale, hinging at the hips. We're going to keep our hands on the hips this time, pulling the elbows towards each other behind the back. Inhale to rise. Hair between the lungs. All right. We're going to grab our strap. If you're able to, you may either, you can clasp your hands behind your back, but you want to roll the shoulders back and down, and you want to keep the palms together. So if your palms come apart when you go to forward fold, please come back to using a strap. With the strap, palms are facing forward, thumbs are out to the side. Closer your hands are together, the more intense this stretch is going to be. So we're going to inhale, exhale. As we hinge forward, our arms are coming off of our back so that we can find a nice stretch through the shoulders. Any pain in the elbow, come back. Inhale to rise up. Drop the belt. We're going to do one more. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. This time you're going to grab a hold of the big toes of the peace finger, or for me, because I got my yoga socks on, I'm just going to grab my toes. Inhale, exhale. Use the strength of your arms to pull yourself deeper. Inhale to rise all the way up. Find that little back bend. Beautiful. We're going to turn our feet so that they're to the front of the mat. Not totally in line, but hip distance apart. They can be totally in line as well, but it's really hard for the balance. So whatever you want, wherever you are in your practice, it's up to you. This front leg doesn't lock out. So can you see the difference? This is me locking my joint out. This is me with the muscles engaged, but the leg still straight. So we're going to inhale, exhale, hinge forward. When you get about halfway, bring the body so that it's going to come over that front leg. We want to scissor our legs so that our left hip goes back and our right hip comes forward, keeping the hips nice and square. Look to the foot. Inhale to rise. Hands are coming to heart center, bringing the legs short, long side of the mat, then to the short side of the mat, so we can do the second side. My hands are just coming to my hips. Normally we'll do a reverse prayer or maybe a hug sort of thing behind the back where we clasp our elbows. Today I'm just keeping my hands on my hips. Inhale. Exhale. Hinge the hips coming forward. When you get about halfway, start bringing that weight over that front leg. Don't lock that leg out. Look to the foot. Inhale to rise. Feet are going to come to the long side of the mat, then back to the short side of the mat. We're going to windmill the arms to chaturanga. Step back. Inhale, top dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Look forward, step forward, right and left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Look to the hands. Exhale, hands to our center. And release. Beautiful. We're going to do Hasta. Uttita Hasta Padangustasana. Standing hand to foot. But we're going to do it with a strap. If you have the flexibility in your shoulders, you might be able to do this without the strap. If you are going to do it without the strap, then the fingertip, the peace fingers come to the big toe. You make sure that that shoulder is back and down, and then you can extend the leg out. I'm looking at myself in the screen. So you really want to find a drishti for this pose. It's still a standing balance posture. So find something that doesn't move. And yeah, that's an important thing. So we're going to start with the right leg. So we want to have our left leg nice and secure into the floor. Find a drishti, something that doesn't move. You're going to bring your leg up, extend the leg at hip distance. Make sure that you're not leaning back. So we want a straight back. We don't want to see this. Nice straight back, strong standing leg. Open the leg to the side. Try to keep the weight down the middle line. Try not to collapse in that side leg. Woo! Your balance may not like it a whole lot today. That's okay. Just giggle, come back. Come back to center. We're going to try to bring the leg to our face and our face to the leg. Might not be very graceful, and that's okay. Eventually, with practice, we'll get there. Switch to the second leg. Finding nice, secure footing in that right foot before we lift the leg up. Hand to wrist, or hand to hip. Open the leg to the side. Try not to fall into that other hip. Come back to center. We're going to try to bring leg to face, face to leg, and then release. do one last chaturanga, and then we'll come to the floor, because we've got about 15 minutes left or so. So inhale up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Place the hands, step back right and left. Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Look forward, and we're going to kind of leap up and see if we can't come to a bit of a cross-legged position. Beauty. Just like that. Sometimes it's not perfect, and that's okay. I think we're going to just open the blinds a little bit more. Just get a little more sunshine in here. Give me a moment. Oh, that's so much more sunlight. Okay. Woohoo! There we go. Nice. Okay. So, I'm going to turn and sit. I'm going to remove the flesh from underneath my sit bones so I can get a better connection with the earth. The lighting isn't super weird. Anyways, I'm learning as I go. All right. So, we want to have the body nice and strong. Bring the hands beside the hips. Push into the floor. Feet are coming back towards the face and the chin is tucked. This is Dandasana, soft pose. Go ahead and relax the body. We're going to inhale the arms up. You're going to exhale, reach forward, grab a hold of the big toes. Find length in the spine, and then begin to fold forward. Chest stays up, back is as neutral as possible, and we're coming down, belly to thighs, then our sternum to our thighs, and then our chest to our legs. That's the way we want this progression to go. If you can't get your belly to thighs, or sternum to thighs, or chest to legs, then we keep our chest open and up, but we can tuck the chin. Inhale up. Find length in the spine again. Exhale, hinge at the hips. See if you can go a little farther. Maybe we grab a hold of the whole foot this time. And we come forward, using the strength of our arms to help us through. But be aware, and don't go any further than your hamstrings will allow. Inhale, come up. And then we're going to come into Janu Shirshasanas. So we're going to bring one leg in, one leg is extended. We're going to inhale, find length in the spine, turn, look at that leg, exhale to fold towards it. Keep your shoulders square to the mat. You're going to feel more of a stretch down the right side of the body, or the side with the bent knee, more so than the other. Inhale up. There are several different Janu Shirashanas that we do when we do the full Ashtanga Vinyasa, but this one is Janu Shirashana A, and that's all that we're going to do for today's practice. So switch legs. Inhale, find length. Turn, look at the leg, and fold towards the leg. Inhale to rise. We're going to do a few twists. So we're going to bring our right leg over our left. We're going to inhale and exhale, turn towards the left. That arm's going to come to the inside. Come back to center. Inhale. We're going to take the same legs, but we're going to take a closed twist of them, which means that our body is closed off, which means left elbow is coming to the inside of the right knee. And you're going to twist towards the right. Come back to center, and then switch to have the left leg on top now. First, we're going to inhale and twist for an open twist. Our leg and our torso are not close to each other, but instead our torso is nice and open to the side of the room. Come back to center. Inhale, find length. Hook that right elbow to the outside of the left knee, twisting to the left. Come back to center. And we're going to release the legs. Certainly try that. Oh, we're going to extend one leg out. We're going to bring the other leg as close to our butt as possible. This right knee right arm are both going to be doing kind of the work here. We're going to lean forward as far as we possibly can, then rotate the hand so that the palm is towards the right. Lean forward, and then you can wrap that arm around that leg. If you have a lot of flesh, you're going to have a difficult time getting into this bind. If you have the flexibility and don't have a lot of flesh in the way, you can probably reach your left hand behind you, grab a hold of the left hand with the right. Unravel the bind, inhale up. Bring the right leg extended, left leg's gonna come in. Bring the heel as close to your bum as possible, that's gonna help you. Inhale, find length. Reach as far as you can, and then turn the palm to be away from you. And then maybe you can get into something that looks like a bind. Unravel the bind. Inhale, extend the legs. We're going to come forward and roll all the way down. Bend the knees. We want our feet as close to our bum as possible. We're going to take an inhale. And then exhale, raise the hips up. When you raise the hips up, push your weight into the shoulders. So push back through. If you can, maybe you bring your arms underneath of your body and get your hands underneath of your sacrum. Remove the hands and gently let the hips come back to the floor. We're going to do that again. And this time, we might add a little shoulder stand. So feet come all the way to the bum. Take an inhale. On the exhale, engage the abs, raise the hips. Bringing the hands underneath our body, using our forearms as a bit of a kickstand. We can bring one leg up, and then the other. Maybe pushing into our back, getting ourselves into a bit of a shoulder stand, perhaps. And if you can, let the feet come forward over top of the head. Do not move your neck, please. Inhale the legs up. Exhale the legs down. Inhale the legs up. Bend the knees. you can take Shavasana. We'll grab sweaters or blankets, whatever we need. And we're gonna just roll on down, finding as much space as we need. Maybe we bring one hand to heart, one hand to belly. And we'll relax. your body. Wiggle your fingertips and your toes. Maybe take a nice big stretch or bring the feet in. Windshield wiper the legs. As you're ready, roll over. Onto the right side. Pause for a moment. And then come on up to a seated position. I'll close practice with an Om. If you'd like to join me, hands come to heart center. Take a full inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale deeply. Om.